If you're having troubles on how to approach a creative photo shoot, stick around in this video where I share with you my process on what I do when I'm doing these creative shoots. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Iamtongue, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I approach creative photo shoots. Why don't we just get right into it? The first thing that I do when I plan these shoots is I would do a location scout. I want to be able to pick a location that I think would have an interesting backdrop, interesting settings for me to photograph. Maybe a certain place has good lighting when the sun is setting, something along those lines. Whenever I see an interesting location, I keep a mental note of where it was. I also take a picture of it on my iPhone, and because iPhone likes to be a big brother, I can go into my picture and it can show me exactly where I took that shot. So take the shot, and if you forget where you were, your smartphone has you covered. So what makes an interesting location to me? So whenever I go out, I look for things like colors, shapes, textures. I look to see if this place looks good midday or when it hits golden hour and you get to see those beautiful lights that cast long shadows. And if I see that, I'm taking a photo and a mental note in my head. I saw this yellow wall with some cool looking flowers one day, and I thought that would be a great spot to film in, and I did just that with the 75mm f1.2 portrait session video that you can watch here somewhere, so go check that out. It's also best that you have multiple locations near the main spot that you chose, so it's best that you scout the surrounding area and just move to different locations for variety. The last thing you want to do is to shoot at one location and then all your photos all start to look the same, and it just gets redundant and boring. And when you move around, the lights move around too, so you may get lucky and find beautiful light the second or third location. So don't be married to one location and one spot. Move around. For example, in that Viltrox portrait session that I did, I only had that yellow wall as the main location. But what I didn't realize was there was a cute little neighborhood behind that area that made for a good photo op. So after we were done at the yellow wall, we just moved behind it and shot some more for variety. There were blue walls, green walls, rusted corrugated metal sheets as backdrops, orange cobblestones. So there were different textures and walls for me to experiment. And once I get the location down, I go into Pinterest to create a mood board of people who shot in similar areas, so this way I can draw some inspirations on what I'm going to do on my shoot. I'm not saying to rip it off completely, but use it as a guidance and remix it with your own flair. What I do on Pinterest is look for style of clothes they could be wearing, the posing of the model, and how they are photographed, as in the composition, what kind of lens were they using on the shoot. So I would spend some time looking through these images and seeing which one catches my eye, and then pinning it onto my board and sharing it with the model I'm working with so they can get an idea of the vibe that I'm going for. Let's just say if I knew that I was going to shoot at a beach, what I would do is go on Pinterest, search something up like beach photo shoot on Pinterest, and then I would go through the images that I liked. I would save the ones that piqued my interest, and again, I would be saving stuff like the way the model is posing, the way the model stares, or just the color grading of it to see if I can use that image to help. If you guys are just starting out on your portrait photography journey, don't be afraid to lean into Pinterest for more inspirations. And if you can't get a pose correctly, or your mind is just blanking out, you don't know how to direct and pose the model, just refer back to the poses that you saved on Pinterest. It'll save you on time and headaches and stress if you do this, and the model will appreciate you for showing them the pose. So start saving some images that you like onto a Pinterest board. I have a board on posing females, I have a board on posing males, I have a beach inspired board, I have a sunset shoot mood board, couples mood board, and the list goes on. And once I get all that down, I usually grab my gear. But lately, my portrait photography gear has been the Fujifilm X-H2 with the Viltrox 75mm f2 and the Mikey 35mm f0.95 and the Sigma 18 to 50mm f2.8 for versatility. The reason why I chose the Viltrox is because it's a compression lens when I want to bring the background a little bit closer, and that's the lens that I choose. The Mikey 35mm f0.95 is a character lens. Whenever I want an imperfect image quality, not optically perfect, I would choose that lens to get a little bit of character. The Sigma 18 to 50mm f2.8 is just an all-around lens with good sharpness all around. It's so easy zooming in and out to get different focal lengths, and it's lightweight. So I use this when I want something wider because the other two lenses are a bit telephoto. All three of these lenses bring different things to the table, so make sure you know which lens you are using for what reason when you go out and shoot. And usually I bring a reflector, but rarely do I ever use it unless I have help. Other than that, it's there in the back of my trunk waiting to go when the time comes. And once you get all that down, go out and execute your vision and take a variety of shots. get your coverage, get a wide shot, get a medium shot, get a close-up shot of everything that you do, so there is a variety in your shots. And don't forget to have fun and get to know the person you're photographing. Start talking to them to make them feel comfortable. What I like about photographing people is the story that they tell about where they come from, their life, and the journey that they're on. It's great that I get to meet different people from all different walks of life and just hearing out their story. And I think that's one of the most powerful gifts of portrait photography. And this is how I usually approach photo shoots. So I hope this helps you guys on your portrait journey. And don't be afraid to refer back to Pinterest mood boards that you created. And if you're interested in any of the gear that I mentioned, links are down in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. I do photography tips and tricks like this video on this channel. And as always, my name is Tongue, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you.